He's family-friendly, work-friendly, and just an overall great guy. He's not afraid to speak his mind and will provide you with that extra burst to make it through your workday.
Welcome to the afternoon show with Taylor King on the X, Real Rock Variety.
It is the afternoon show vlog, this time for September 30th, 2010. My name is Taylor King, and happy birthday to me. It's my 26th today. Yay! Depends on how you look at it. All right, got lots to get to. Day in Rock Report here in just mere seconds. Wonderful show today. You know, I felt good. I felt good the last 3 days. It's amazing what getting enough sleep can do for you. All right, today's quick roundup of the top rock news stories from across the web from antimusic.com.
Keeping you up to date on what your favorite or maybe not so favorite artists are doing, it's the Day in Rock Report.
Do it live!
With Taylor King on the X.
Take it away.
The first photo of Aerosmith frontman Steven Tyler on the judges' table of American Idol is now online. The picture was tweeted by Nigel Lythgoe, who has returned to the show as an executive producer. Lythgoe wrote, "It's great to be back on American Idol. The judges were great. You can see the photo at roadrunnerrecords.com. Def Leppard guitarist Phil Cullen taped a segment for VH1's That Metal Show. The episode will be broadcast on November 6th on VH1 Classic. Kings of Leon have announced details of 3 upcoming U.S. shows. The group will begin the jaunt in Boston, Massachusetts on November 14th, before gigs in New York on the 16th and New Jersey on the 18th. And Santana's new album, Guitar Heaven, the greatest guitar classics of all time, has landed at number 5 on the Billboard 200 with 600, yeah, that'd be quite a few, 66,000 copies sold in its first week of release. And that's the Day in Rock Report for Thursday, September 30th, 2010. All right, time now for this day in rock and roll history, and as I mentioned at the beginning of the vlog a couple minutes ago, I have nothing to do with music, but it is my birthday, number 26. Please leave your well wishes on our Facebook page at facebook.com/thexrocks or on our website, thexrealrock.webs.com. That's THEXREALROCK.webs.com. Well, born on this day to do with the music industry, producer Gus Dudgeon would have been 68, Mark Bolan of T-Rex would have been 63, and Robbie Takak of the Goo Goo Dolls is 46. Well, what happened on this day? Well, in 1960, the Beatles performed at the Indra Club at Gross Freiheit in Hamburg, West Germany. In 1964, The Who appeared at the Town Hall in Greenwich, South London. In 1967, during a UK tour, Pink Floyd appeared at the Skyline Club in Hull in northeast England. In 1969, Christine Hinton, the girlfriend of David Crosby, was killed in a car crash near San Francisco. In 1974, police were called to a Lynyrd Skynyrd and Blue Oyster Cult concert after a fight broke out between 2 sound engineers. The Skynyrd roadie claimed that the sound had been deliberately turned off during the band's set. In 1977, Mary Ford died from cancer after being in a diabetic coma for 54 days, one half of the husband and wife musical team Les Paul and Mary Ford. Between 1950 and 1954, the couple had 16 top 10 hits. In 1951 alone, they sold 6 million records. In 1978, Exile started a 4-week run at number 1 on the U.S. singles chart with Kiss You All Over. It made number 6 in the U.K. Also in 1978, John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John had their second UK number 1 from the film Grease with Summer Nights. 7 weeks at number 1, it became the second best-selling single of 1978, beaten by Saturday Night Fever. In 1984, the music division of Thorn EMI, once said to be the greatest recording organization in the world, reported a worldwide loss of almost $5 million during the last 6 months. Also in 1984, Kiss kicked off a 14-date UK tour at the Brighton Center. In 1992, U.S. singer Steve Earle was arrested in Nashville after he failed to report for jury service. And in 1993, Kate Pearson from the B-52s was charged with criminal mischief and trespassing during an anti-fur protest at Vogue's New York City offices. And that's this day in rock and roll history and birthdays for September 30th. All right, now it is time for sports. And 3-time Tour de France winner Alberto Contador of Spain tested positive for a banned stimulant while winning this year's race and has been suspended by cycling's governing body, which said a very small concentration of clenbuterol was found. The statement gave no indication of whether Contador will be stripped of his latest tour title or be banned. Contador's publicist released a statement denying any doping, saying the cyclist is insisting that food contamination is the only possible explanation. While not a steroid, clenbuterol has anabolic properties that build muscle while burning fat. It also can increase the heart rate and body temperature. we'll have to see what happens with that, and we'll keep you updated. All right, that's sports. Time now for Celebrity Sleaze. And in all seriousness, starting off the Celebrity Sleaze, comedian Greg Giraldo died on Wednesday at the age of 44. His death comes 5 days after he was hospitalized for an overdose. A source close to Greg told TMZ.com, Greg passed away today at the hospital in New Brunswick as a result of an accidental overdose. His family was by his side. Giraldo had been hospitalized in New Brunswick, New Jersey, after he overdosed on prescription pills last weekend. However, a source said at the time that the overdose was not a suicide attempt. He is best known for his celebrity roast appearances and for being a judge on Last Comic Standing. From that, we go to the regular Celebrity Sleaze. It's kind of hard to transition when somebody dies, and you kind of have to move from sad to the really sleazy stuff. Bridget Moynahan is reportedly dating director McG. A source told Life and Style magazine Bridget and McG have been dating for a few months. She's filming the show Blue Bloods in New York City, and he's based in L.A., but they fly back and forth. They're very happy. Moynahan has a 3-year-old son with Tom Brady, who began dating wife Gisele Bundchen while Bridget was pregnant. Seth Rogen is getting married. Life and Style magazine reported that the funny man proposed to his longtime girlfriend Lauren Miller last week. The couple, both 28, have been dating since 2004. A source told the magazine he surprised her with the proposal. She'd started giving up hope that he would ever pop the question. Jennifer Aniston and Cougar Town actor Josh Hopkins reportedly were dating earlier this year, but he ended things. A source told UsMagazine.com that Aniston wanted a relationship, and he was like, no thank you. The insider added that Hopkins is a player and is into meeting younger girls, noting that he and Aniston were merely friends with benefits. Bradley Cooper and Renee Zellweger are opening up a little about their romantic life together. The couple, who were strangers before filming Case 39, raved about one another to Entertainment Tonight. Cooper gushed, "Can't say enough about her. I never met her before this movie, but I just love her. I love coming to work. I love acting with her. I can learn so much from her." Renee added, "He's a great actor. I just got so excited, not believing that I was going to go work with him." I thought it said go to work with him. The Friars Club postponed Friday's roast of Quentin Tarantino after the death of his longtime film editor Sally Menke. The roast, which will feature Harvey Weinstein, Uma Thurman, Rosario Dawson, Sarah Silverman, Kathy Griffin, Harvey Keitel, Pam Grier, Michael Madsen, and Samuel L. Jackson, will happen next month instead. Menke, 56, died hiking in L.A. on Monday when the temperature hit 113 degrees. And as I said on the show, if you are in the West Coast area, please stay safe and stay warm. All right, time now for Music News Part 1. And Sheryl Crow broke her silence on the strange circumstances behind her 2008 announcement that, at Stevie Nicks' invitation, she would be joining Fleetwood Mac on tour to replace the retired Christine McVie. In the end, the band toured without Crow in 2009, with fans under the impression that it was Lindsey Buckingham who was opposed to the idea of a new member joining the infamously volatile band. Crow told MassLive.com, "The only comment I would make about it, because I know what the truth was, and I know that Lindsey and Stevie differ, as do Lindsey and I would just say that I'm a huge fan of theirs and I would love to play with them. They don't need me to join the band. Obviously, they are Fleetwood Mac without me, but to actually play with them or to tune their guitars or to adjust Mick Fleetwood's seat, I'm not beneath dusting a stage where they perform. I love them." Lindsey Buckingham said at the time that the band was shocked that Crow would make any sort of announcement, with any road plans so far from being finalized.
The band has been talking about doing a tour in 2009. Cheryl's name certainly was mentioned, and I know she's a friend of Stevie's. I think all of us were surprised that Cheryl was speaking with such certainty about it in the media. I guess that was last week or whenever that was, because nothing has been written in stone yet. Certainly she would be a great addition, and I think it would be a lot of fun, but I don't know why she came out with that so early. We have not come to any real conclusions yet.
Stevie Nicks explained that although there were tentative plans for Crow to participate, ultimately it was Crow who passed on the band, not the other way around.
Just to put the Sheryl Crow thing in a nutshell quickly, we rented a studio and we hired a crew and we were ready to go in. We called her and we needed her to come for 2 or 3 days to just play. And it was Mother's Day and she had invited all, 300 people in her family there. It was her first Mother's Day as a mom and she could not do it. And at that point she said, "I'm going to have to pass." And I said, "I think you're making the right decision. You have a new baby. You have survived breast cancer and Lance Armstrong. I don't think this is the right thing for you, Cheryl."
Who knows who's telling the truth?